against everyone there, because violence shouldn't be, no one deserve or should be getting violated. So it's gonna be violence against everyone there. So you asked me a question: why do you think that some men will stop their exes from living, from being alive, basically will unalive their exes after their relationship is over? And this is very crazy. This is happening every day. Yeah, it is happening every day. Well, it happening to both sides, but let me think about why. A lot of the time when people would off their exes, because it's a lot of the time is because they are jealous, or they are very um territorial, or they feel like this person really belongs to them, that their happiness, this person's happiness should only come from them, and nobody else should make them happy. It's like, if I can't have you, nobody else can. So that's the mentality that they have. And also, it could have been that this person, sometimes on the other hand, there's a person who's I've even watched, there was this, nowadays it's gonna happen because the time we are living in now is gonna get cold, the days are gonna be shorter, it's gonna be freezing, and people are gonna be on edge. And there was this thing that happened, this another reason why some people do it to their exes, so basically on their life, their exes. There was this story of this man who, he was paying child support. He had a great job, excellent job, and he had kids with this woman. Um, he had a great life, but they're separated. And she was basically trying, she had child support from him, and he was paying, taking care of his kids. But what happened is, she was always taking him to court for child support, and she was also turning the kids against him, and she was telling so many bad stories that jeopardized or messed up his position and his job. And then that's when he said, today is the day. And you know what happened next? He basically went off and unalive, not only his ex, but he's also unalive his two kids. Sometimes people do that, men do that. Sometimes people just do this, but a lot of the time is when they feel that they have no other option, that they have no other way of actually, it's their way of trying to get control, or their way of trying to settle the score, because they had enough. It's a mental break. Yeah. Good night, lady. Have a good night. Good luck. Yeah. Good night. So, what if a man slap you around the face? Then hey, that shouldn't be the case. That's the thing. So did you manage to find my link, and the link in my bio? Did you find it? That shouldn't be the case. Um, People should keep their hands to themselves. Like murder is not a good. It's not Murder is not good, right? Why don't science comes with solution for this? Like, make something in the lab to inject in their brains. True, exactly. That's a good point here. Why don't science trying to find ways to help people to not, unalive others? There's thinking about this is like, you know, if unaliving other people would be an instinct that can be eradicated, that can be taken out of our instinct, for example, or that breaking point, then why don't, scientists trying to find a solution, or trying to find something that can help us to, all of us, to not get to that breaking point? It's always great to have a full story. Yeah, it's always great to have a full story. But what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? These these are important things. If they can make anything, they can make these things too. One thing for sure, talking about this, is that there's a technology they're trying to invent. I think it's like it's like pre-crime. I think, well, that's what it is. Before a crime happened, that they can know it's gonna happen before it happens. But still, if somebody is, is taken off this planet, it's a if they are not on time, the person can still be, unalive. Scientists will not do that because the lawyers will not be in court. No money to make. Yeah, always two sides to a story. Yeah, but what do you mean by that? I know that. What's your point? No jail filed with, yeah, yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Because it's a system. This system will be collapsing. So how can these systems be, they need to be fed. They need to be, and human beings are the ones to feed this system. So now this International Elimination of Violence Day. So let me see. Sister from Dominican Republic was okay. Science is just, yeah, science is just for money. It is true. And according to report, oh, okay. So Mimi, what is it? What is this two side to the story? What is this two side to the story thing that you've been saying? And so now that we know, why do women do it though? On the other hand, why do women would actually unalive their partners or their exes, you know? But I know you were asking this question. Okay. Okay. I know you were asking this question because you wanted to introduce the situation. Well, I don't know that. Yeah. Yeah. There's there's a lot of different scenarios. The worst part I've heard was when this lady, I think I talked about it this also, when this lady who cut off a man's member and then feed it to him. And then, oh, it's crazy though. They do some weird stuff. Same reason we all are human have at the end of the day. Yeah, true. Same reason also can be, yeah. By letting X go, I show him now how I love him. That's actually true. By letting your ex go is actually showing them how you love them, because all of the time, some people would go through such length to unalive the person that they used to love. Imagine that you started, and we were talking about how love start from a stranger to love or to connection. There's a love. There's a big process along the way of love. So it's stranger, a lot of love, and then turn into stranger again. So it's like when you a lot of the time the people who would unalive their ex, a lot of the time they just turn into that murderer, and this is so crazy. But it's more about a lot of the time when you love someone, you have to be able to let them go. Yeah, set them free. But but ending them is not the right thing to do. It's not it's like it messed everything up. It messed everything up, really. It's a no-win scenario. It's really a no-win scenario.